Still setting up here. Should be good to go on that. And then we go down to the other screen, set this up as well. We'll see who's around. I don't know. This is kind of a gamble, a weird time. Usually we do Thursday nights, right? But had a little time and wanted to catch up with you guys on the 2025 Tundra. Made a few videos over the last week about it, but always nice to hear what you guys think live. Haven't had coffee yet either, so we're going to do this together. We're going to get through it. So cheers to all of you. All right, first sip. Chad, what's up, pal? How you doing? Chad, you always make it to all the live streams. Thanks, buddy. I appreciate you. So this was decided, this live stream, about 5 minutes ago. I was about to have a cup of coffee. I was thinking about a video today. Andrew, what's going on? I figured I'd come on and talk to you guys in person about this 2025, see what you think. No 1794 yet. We're going to talk about that as well. I'm sure you guys have questions about that. Aggie says, how is it any different? We're going to go over any of the changes if you didn't see the video yet. So stay tuned, sir. Kevin, no coffee. What you thinking? I'm going to do coffee with you. So it's going to be slow in the beginning, and then I'm going to start talking really fast by the end. A good morning to Scott. Andrew, this is a very random live stream, yes. I was hoping this was good news about the 1794. Oh, you will know. The thumbnail will say something about the 1794. Michael, how you doing, pal? Good morning. Currently at my Toyota dealership getting service on the wife's 2023 Highlander XSE. As you know, I also have one and love it. Roger, what's going on? So there are quite a few of you here on a Saturday morning. Consider this a test. Instead of sitting there drinking coffee, I figured, pop on here, say what's up. RK, good morning. How you doing? If you're on your first cup as well, I like it. Andrew says, I think the 1794 Sequoia is genius. The tan interior is super popular on any SUV. And I feel like that should have been done ages ago, as I said in the short little video I did on that. Brandon, what's up, buddy? The 1794 edition, it's named after San Antonio TMMTX. That's the year the ranch was founded on, that the factory sits on. And the two vehicles made in that factory are Tundra and Sequoia. So you might as well give it the 1794 edition. I actually feel like Toyota, Sean, what's up, buddy? I feel like Toyota is starting to realize what I've been saying all along, that the true flagship is 1794. And we, the people, decided that. They were trying with Capstone. They tried with TRD Pro. But for the Tundra and now Sequoia, 1794 is the way. One of the changes for 2025 on the 1794, it's getting a unique tailgate, kind of like the 1794 limited edition had. So it won't say Tundra. It looks like it's going to say 1794 edition stamped down in the corner. I don't think it'll be across the back like Tundra. I think it'll be like the limited edition. So I think Toyota is starting to realize 1794 edition, it's automatically the flagship. It has to be. It carries the name of the origin of the factory. Whoever came up with the 1794 name, high five. I hope you got a raise. I hope you're so far up in the company you'll never see this. But that is a unique take on a Western theme, naming it after the year the ranch was founded that the factory sits on. That's very cool. So cheers to that. Got something in my eye, of course, right off the bat on the live stream. So we're going to have a nice sip of coffee here, but we have, 33 now that signed on. A few of you hit the like button. Thank you very much. Raise your glasses. Just because it's not evening, we still have to give love and support. And cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. Thank you for all you do. We appreciate you. God bless. Big sip of coffee. All right, let me answer a few of these questions. Let a couple more people sign on. And then we're going to go step by step through some of this stuff. You guys let me know what you think. I'll let you know what I think about the 2025. At the end, we'll talk about my situation with the 1794, which is still very ongoing. All right, let's see. Always lost. Good morning, Brandon. I said, Sean, how you doing? Chris says, new to the Tundra fam, made the move from model year 2020 Ram. Chris, welcome aboard, sir. We're glad to have you. Please let us know any of the pros and cons of your Ram and your Tundra. I'd love to hear all of it. Country Boy says, what's the price of the new Baja trim? Do you mean the Rally Pack? Because if you mean that, I believe it's a just over $8,000 add-on. Looks like to SR5. Arham says, finally made it to the live stream after so long. Due to the time differences, I couldn't for months, but glad to be back. And this is a weird live stream. This is one that wasn't planned, so I'm very glad you're here. Mike, how you doing? He says, awesome trim, the 1794. It is. It is an awesome trim. Absolutely. So yeah, the rally package is going to add 8,000. I think it was 8,600 was the number to the SR5 price. And, we'll go over everything that is on that. In fact, let's just start now. While I'm telling you everything, here's what I need you guys to do. Go down in the comments. Let me know where you are in the world today. Where are you coming from in the country, in Canada, all over the world? There's usually some people here across the pond as well. And I'm going to go over some of the things here, and I want you to comment on how you feel about each. We're going to take our time with the first one because this is the one I really want to get to. I've had a very busy week on the channel, as you've seen. Tuesday morning, the info came out on the 2025 Tundra, okay? So I made a video Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Took a break yesterday, and we're back again today. I've read all of your comments about how you feel about the 2025. I think a lot of people thought the 2025 was going to be like a refresh year. There's no way they're going to do a refresh a couple model years or 3 model years after the new generation. Some are speculating 2026 will be the refresh. There's no fact on any of it yet. I'm just kind of going with what we have. There wasn't a lot of crazy changes that came out in the initial press release. And then I had to find some information a day or so later. And that happens all the time. 2024 had some pretty major changes to it. Nightshade came back. TRD off-road package on Platinum came back. Or I shouldn't say came back. It debuted on Platinum because it's never been on Platinum. There was some pretty good stuff that went down. No one ever mentioned that TRD upper control arms would be added to the TRD Pro. Had to find that out myself later on. No one mentioned in the initial press release for 2024 that the black headliner would now be on the Pro. Had to find that out on my own. So today I have the stuff from the main press release and then the secondary video I made on some of the small little things that are added and subtracted as, the video that you guys saw. Team Krug brought up a great point. Where are the tow hooks? So here's what I think. The tow hooks will return in the refresh. They're going to have to do something to that bottom part of the bumper to get that integrated in. It needs to happen. I hope so much it happens at least. Listen, this is the bare minimum on the off-road packages and like the Pro. But I will say this as well. I have AFE tow hooks on my Tundra. I did a install video a few months ago doing them. They were like $150. Took about 10 minutes to install, and they do the job just fine when needed. You're not going to use your tow hooks every single day unless you're in a business where you're doing that. But if you want a little peace of mind, check out AFE Power. I believe the website is afepower.com, but you could Google search it. They have tow hooks in all different colors for your Toyota Tundra. It did not take long to install. Very simple, and they look like they're going to do the job just fine when they're needed. Only $170. So as far as, Toyota goes, I'm hoping for the refresh we get to see that tow hooks are there automatically again. I don't know why they took them away. It's been a hot point right up there with the V8 thing. V8 went away because we know the reasons with the emission standards and all that. But the tow hooks, I'm guessing it had something to do with, if I had to do an educated guess, probably the crash rating, something with that. Bring the tow hooks back. That should be on all trucks, in my humble opinion. Let's go, 2025 time. You ready? TRD Rally package. I don't know how I feel about the TRD Rally package. I like the idea. It kind of reminds me of the 4Runner Heritage Edition, I believe it was called, back 2 or 3 model years ago. Might have been 2020. I can't remember. The 4Runner in recent years had a Heritage package where it had the TRD colors on it like that, and it had like a bronze wheel, I believe. This gives me that same vibe. It's an SR5. It has all of the equipment that's on the TRD off-road, okay? It uses the TRD off-road wheel with a unique center cap. It has multi-terrain select, locking rear diff, crawl control, just like the TRD off-roads have. It gives you the 14-inch screen, soft text with, I haven't seen the interior yet. There is no pictures out there yet, but it says it's going to have that tricolor from TRD, the orange, yellow, and red. I'm hoping it's just logos on the seat and the interior is not those 3 colors splashed all over the place. But the package seems nearly identical to the TRD off-road with the added Heritage stickers. It has the regular SR5 grill on it. So I don't know how I feel about it, because if it was just another package, another edition, I'm all for it, because I kind of felt the same way about the Trail Edition back in 2021. It was a regular SR5. It didn't even have like the LED headlights on it. It had the halogens with the LED strips. The big difference was it had, hey, we got the boxes, the storage boxes in the back. One for cooled equipment, like if you want to use it as a cooler, one for dry storage. That was the big difference for the Trail Edition. They only offered it on that. So with the TRD Rally package, the only real difference is the stickers and the center cap on the wheel. I don't know how I feel about it. They took away the TRD Sport package, all right, which I don't know how I feel about that either. I'm not too thrilled with that one, because up here, when I do dealership walks, if you've ever watched any of my dealership walk videos, you always notice up here is heavy on the TRD Sports. And that was even correct back when they came out in 2018, right up until now. There's been TRD Sport packages all over my lots in my area that I walk. It's a very popular trim up here. Here's where I think Toyota could have did something a little bit different with TRD Sport. If you remember back when the TRD Rock Warrior came out, I believe it was 09, they also came out with, and a lot of people don't even know this, a TRD Sport Tundra. It was a double cab only. It had a body color look to it. It had unique wheels. I believe it was a 5-spoke 20-inch wheel, if I remember correctly. And 20-inch wheels weren't like a huge thing back then on Tundra. It was only available in 2-wheel drive. So it was like your, street truck version of the Tundra. Fast forward to 2018, they came back out with the TRD Sport package, because that was very short-lived around 2010. And then it was kind of like your regular Tundra with more of a roadworthy tire. It had a Bilstein suspension that was geared more for on-road comfort, body color all the way around, that kind of thing. When they came out with the new Gen 1, they gave a 1-inch drop in the front. They gave unique wheels. I think the Sport looked great, but, and I understand there's, they have to follow rules with height and everything, but if you're going to give a 1-inch drop in the front, give a little drop in the back and make it like a street truck, so it's different enough from other stuff that is out there. Maybe like TRD Off-Road is your off-road, setup. TRD Sport, they should have leaned into it a little more and really made it, a street package. I don't know if it would sell that way. The 1-inch drop in the front pushed a lot of people away, as per what you say in the comments. But as far as, the truck with the 1-inch drop in the front, it didn't have any of the multi-terrain select, locking rear diff and stuff that pushed people away from that, because it's supposed to be an on-road truck. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's 4x4. It could do what it's got to do, but it was supposed to be like on-road comfort and performance. I would have done more than a 1-inch drop, maybe lower it a little bit more in the rear to kind of give it something a little bit different of a look. So they got rid of that for the TRD Rally package. That is kind of a clone to the TRD Off-Road with the heritage stickers. So in the next few months, when we start seeing the 2025s hit the lot, I don't know if the Rally Tundra is going to be there right away. Last year I said that about the Nightshade, and the Nightshade was like the first 2025 Tundra I've seen. So hopefully it's, on there right away. I want to really pay attention to the window sticker. I want to see the truck with my own eyes, more than just a few pictures from Toyota, and see what some of the differences are. It's always cool to have those additions, but it's an $8,000 add-on package, so I really want to take my time with that. So that is the main thing they were focusing on for the 2025 release. Let me take a sip of coffee before we go on. The comments are coming in awfully heavy. So somebody just said, Michigan Made said, Rally Tundra is just a gimmick. It's one of those packages that they come out with every once in a while that you're like, okay. I think, for instance, okay, let's go to Limited for a minute. For 2024, they relaunched the Nightshade Edition. To me, the Nightshade Edition was an absolute high five. Now, there was a Nightshade Edition in 2021. It only lasted one model year, last year of second gen. But let's focus on 2024. It was a $450 appearance add-on package, all right? And what it did was it took the Limited and it took off all the machine silver and chrome on the outside and blacked out the wheels, only for $450. I thought that was very smart. They didn't add anything to the interior when it came to Nightshade package. If they did, it would have juiced that price up into the thousands, I'm sure. So it was very smart the way they did it. So although it was just an appearance package, it did wonders. And it was kind of your step in between Limited, TRD Off-Road Limited, where the price starts getting a little high. And there was that Nightshade right in the middle for $450 to give you the look without giving you the equipment of the TRD Off-Road. I thought that was a great idea. I'm going to wait and see this rally package or TRD Rally Tundra in person and then really get a feel for it and understand. One thing I asked right away when I read the initial press release, because it didn't say it, is the rally package going to be one of those things that's available on SR5 and limited? Because it didn't say SR5 anywhere in the press release. My guess is it's going to be SR5 only as per the look of the truck, because some of the things they were saying that come with the rally package, like the 14-inch screen and the soft text, are standard on limited already. So you're not going to pay $8,000 for equipment that's already on it. So I'm guessing it's going to be SR5 only. And the TRD Sport is gone. So in the comments, there's a bunch of comments. I know I'm not going to get to all of them. So if you have anything really good to say, make sure you capitalize it so I see it. I will go through them after we go through all these. I want to know how you guys feel about the Sport going away. Is it something that you really liked? Is it something you didn't care about because of the 1-inch drop in the front? And do you agree with what I said a little bit earlier that they could have did something a little bit different? Maybe drop it a little more to really lean into that Sport look. I want to hear what you guys have to say. The other, there's nothing really huge other than that, but there's massaging seats that are going to be standard on 1794 Platinum and Capstone front seats, I should say, massaging front seats going forward. Yeah, I don't care. A lot of people have asked me, will I wait for 2025 now because, you know, the massaging seats are going to be added and I want a 1794? Absolutely not. I don't care about massaging seats. I'm still one of those people that I don't really care about like heated ventilated and stuff like that. My wife loves the heated seats in the SR5. I don't really care about stuff like that. But, you know, it's cool to have, but massaging seats is not something that I would want to add. If it came with it, cool. If it didn't, I'll be fine. I'm going to live through it. I don't need to be driving down the road with my back being massaged. I just don't need that. But yeah, they're going to be standard on 1794 Capstone and Platinum. Someone said the other day, they were actually freaking out. And they're like, massaging seats, it's a pickup truck. Listen, massaging seats are on pretty much all the other brands now and have been on some of them for a while. So Toyota's just following suit with the Tundra. So yeah, they'll be standard on Capstone, Platinum, 1794. Power tailgate. You guys have asked for that for a long time, so that's good that that will be on the Tundra going forward. It is optional on SR5, standard on limited and up. Okay, so just think of the way SR5 is now, where you could get it very base SR5, or you could get it, you know, loaded up, kind of like the one in my driveway with the 14-inch screen, the Softex heated seats, power folding mirrors, the multi-terrain monitor, all of the stuff you can get on it. It's going to be the same thing with the power tailgate. It's going to be on the TRD Off-Roads or TRD Off-Road Premium package, my guess. You know, SR5 Convenience package or SR5 Premium package. It'll be tied into some package. I'm guessing it won't be like a standalone thing, but optional on SR5, and it will be standard, limited, and up. So they made it easy for us there. We already mentioned no more Sport. Sad day for me. Here's one. In case you didn't see all these videos, that's why I'm repeating all the good stuff here. There is more in the videos. This is just the main stuff. Black headliners for 2025 will be on all trims of Tundra. Many of you will be happy about that. Black headliners, all trims of Tundra. I'll be completely honest with you. There's a limited that I could buy right now that's Blueprint, and I love Blueprint, and I love the way the limited TRD Off-Road looks because everything's body color on the outside. But I don't like the gray headliner. I know it's stupid, but I just don't like the gray headliner. And I know if I go up to 1794, it's a black headliner for 2024. They made it easy. All trims of Tundra in 2025, black headliner. I know it's a stupid thing to a lot of people. Sometimes I get some viewers that come over from other brands and they're like, you're talking about remote start? You're talking about headliner color? Welcome to Toyota, ladies and gentlemen. The stuff that's been on other trucks for years, right? All right, moving on. Oh, another small stupid thing, but this is just one of those things people talk about a lot. So I wanted to make sure you guys knew. For 2025, the iForce Max badge on the hood is changing to what you see on the Sequoia. So it won't be that big deal they had going on that said iForce Max anymore. It'll be like the one that was on the 1794 limited edition. It's just a little badge that says iForce Max. That's it. Unless it's TRD Pro, that is staying the same. So small little things, you know, not huge features, but small little things. The 1794 tailgate will now say 1794 edition. I think it's going to be just like the tailgate that's on the 1794 limited edition, that stamp in the bottom right corner. It's going to be something like that. They're not going to have the Tundra splashed across the back. It's just going to be a unique tailgate. And as I said in the beginning of this video when we were talking about Sequoia, I think Toyota is starting to hear us and understand that the true flagship trim of Tundra and soon to be Sequoia is the 1794. All the heritage, where the Tundra is built, everything is in the name. Capstone can try. TRD Pro is great, but it spreads across all trims. It's the off-road heritage. Nothing has more heritage as far as trim than the 1794. So they're starting to do small little things different for 1794, and I love it. Speaking of 1794, they're getting rid of the rich cream interior for 2025. So for 2025 on, it's just going to be saddle brown, like my driver's seat here. That's it. And I'm a fan of that. Most of the dealerships I've walked, I see one here and there. I don't see a lot of the rich cream. And talking to you guys, the 1794 owners, there's not many rich cream owners out there. So I don't think it'll be a huge loss. For those of you that like rich cream, head over to the lots and get your 2024 before it's too late. Someone remind me, I want to talk about deals at the end of this too, what we're seeing with the 2024s right now. Capstone interior. If you didn't hear this from the video I made a few days ago, the Capstone, they're going to upgrade parts of the interior to get rid of some of the white and make it black. You know how it's got that, you know, semi-aniline leather, black and white, but a lot of the high contact areas like the center console top are white, and they're going to get dirty immediately. Toyota is addressing that for 2025, and it will now be a situation where they're going to replace all the white with the black, so the high contact areas won't get as dirty. I think that's a very great and smart idea. They should have did that in 2022 though. And there's also, this is a big deal for anyone who has it. So there's an updated wireless charger coming to Tundra. You've heard me complain many a times when I had my 2022 Pro for like the 7 months that I had it. Anytime I would put the phone on the wireless charger, it would work fine until I hit my first bump and it would break the charge. Some people online said, no, take your cover off your phone. Took the cover off and same thing. So it looks like they're upgrading that to be a little bit better. And all they need, I made a video on this ages ago, maybe like a little short video. They have this little clip that kind of holds the phone in place. They just need another like sliding clip to come and really hold the phone. And then you'll be all set. You won't have a problem with that at all. So they're going to address that as well. So that's pretty much 2025, the main stuff. What do you think about all of that? I'm now going to go read the millions of comments that came in while I was talking. But before we do, raise your glasses. Cheers to the emergency services and military of the United States and Canada. We love you. All right, coffee's starting to flow. Let's get caught up here. Way behind. Bear with me. Continue to say how you guys feel about some of the stuff we just talked about. Scott said, oh, Country Boys in Illinois, he's not a fan of that. Scott says, sitting in my Magray 231794 now in, I'm going to say this wrong, Wellesley, Massachusetts. Okay, I think I got that. Johnny's in California. Terry's in northeastern Ohio. Krug asked about the tow hooks. We went over that. Roger is 2024 Tundra TRD Pro Hybrid Midnight Black in Lexington, South Carolina. Nice choice. Red interior or black interior? That is the question. Why doesn't the Tundra get underground color? I would hope that would be coming sooner than later. I was actually a little surprised they didn't have underground. Oh, that's another thing. Thank you, Johnny, for reminding me. Solar Octane is no more. There's no more Solar Octane for 2025. And Terra comes down into the lower trims now. All right, so it's coming off of the TRD Pro and down into the lower trims. I think that's a good thing because Terra is beautiful. I can't wait to see my first Terra TRD Off-Road Limited. That's going to be nice with all the body color. It's going to look real good. It's going to look like a TRD Pro, but not have a TRD Pro price tag on it. And in case you didn't hear this, this is kind of old news by this point. The TRD Pro special color for 2025 is Mud Bath, a little bit darker than the quicksand we saw in 2016. All right, Bobby says, good morning from St. Louis. Here at a local dealer, we have a Mesquite Brown 1794 Crewmax with the factory 3-inch lift. Awesome truck. Send a picture. tundradude34@gmail.com. I want to see that. Wayne says, still wish Toyota would integrate a step in the rear bumper, not as an add-on. Yeah, a lot of people do say that. I see that step has been around for a long time. The same design has been around since maybe 07. I mean, it does the job. I just never liked how it didn't tuck up under the bumper when you're done with it. It kind of sits like below the bumper. I didn't care for that look too much. And I'll be honest with you, at the age of 40, when I need to get into the bed of my truck, I still do like a running start. So I agree with the integrated step, kind of like Chevy has with the Silverado. Did 2025 fix lack of rear step bumper? So I guess I answered that question already. So just so you know, in Capstone, it's standard. In Platinum and 1794, it's optional. There's a setup that you can get the power bed step and power side steps. All right. And I believe, don't quote me, just kind of remembering this as we go. That's a $1,300 and $1,350 add-on package to Platinum and 1794 standard on Capstone. But there also is a kickdown step that you can get on Limited. You could get on SR5, stuff like that. And, you know, literally take your toe, knock it down, use it, kick it back up, done deal. But there could be better ways in the future. Let's hope. Donald said, been a Toyota owner since 1984. I'll say this quality and reputation is out the window and the price is through the roof. Yeah. I hope that the QC issues that they've had in the early stages of this new generation will get better and better and better as we go. I hope that happens immediately. And there's a lot of instances where there's unhappy people about some of the quality control issues they've had. And then there's people who are like, well, I haven't had any quality control issues at all. My 2023, no creaks, no rattles, no wind noise, nothing. It's been a very, very good truck. No problems whatsoever. So there's two very distinct groups on that. You either have a truck that isn't doing what you want it to do at these prices, or you have a truck that's doing everything you want it to do and you're enjoying it very much. And there's really no middle. It's either I'm mad about this or everything's great. So I apologize. I hate to see if you had a problem with a new generation Tundra, but Donald, if you're not an owner of a new gen and you're just seeing what's being said online, just remember you're seeing what's being said online. So check it out yourself. If you didn't own one or drive one, or I've had a lot of people that really don't like the new gen and they've never driven one. They've seen it on a lot a couple times and they kind of go off that and what they read. So it's really not that bad. But there are some people that have had some quality control issues and it does need to get better as we go. And now's the time, right? Because 2022, the truck was launched in June 2021. That's when we saw our first picture. So that is, 4 years ago. So now the truck needs to start getting better and better. I have a feeling at the end of this generation, and when we switch over to whatever's next, we're going to be like, no, bring back the 3.4 twin turbo V6. What are you doing? It happens every generation of truck. When the Tacoma went from the 4-liter V6 to the 3.5 V6, everyone bugged out. And then when the Tundra went from the 3.5 V6 to the turbo 4-cylinder it has now, everyone freaked out. So after a few years, listen, first off, Toyota, if any brand out there, Toyota is going to make it right and get it right. They know their entire reputation depends on QDR, quality, durability, reliability. That's why people buy Toyota. They don't want the truck to suck. So they're going to do whatever it takes to get it right 100%. And the sales are amazing over the past couple model years. 2024 is on pace to be number 2 all time for Tundra sales. So it's not like the truck's not selling. The truck's selling great. So they want the truck to be as reliable as possible. So let's hope for a good future. Joe says, well, I have 5,000 clicks on my 2023 TRD Pro. I have a 2008 Tundra with the 5.7. The 2008 is the better truck all around. The new ones aren't built as strong. This entire generation is a step back. We just covered that. Krug says, rally package seems cool, but a bit pricey for what you get. I hear that. Country Boy says, so the rally package is basically cosmetic additions. It's literally a TRD off-road with the TRD heritage stickers. Andrew doesn't like the rally package either, says it's underwhelming. Joe says it looks cheesy. Jeremy says, good morning. Nice to be able to make it to one of your live streams, changing my oil on my 17 limited double cab. Great. Oh, that's another thing we didn't bring up in the 2025 changes. Limited double cab in the second gen, late second gen, like 14 to 21, is one of the best setups you can get, in my humble opinion. Don't forget that back seat in the double cab at that time worked, and you could fit 3 grown adults back there. Double cab nowadays, you cannot. I mean, you probably could, but the driver and passenger up front need to be all the way up. And I can tell you that from experience of what is in my driveway. So one more update on 2025. The limited double cab is no more. They canceled it. So limited double cab, absolutely gone for 2025. So now, if you want the double cab, it has to be SR, SR5. Limited and up is Crew Max only. Joe says, give me the Lexus 50 V8 with the 10-speed hybrid. Sure. I think people would love that. Bottom line, Toyota has people designing trucks that don't drive used trucks. I think it's one of those things where, you know, packages are great and everything, but the truck obviously has to do what trucks do. And we're seeing this across the brands. So I just, you know, I guess it's just the direction. It's the direction everywhere is going right now, and it's wild. Joe says, yes, I want one. There you go. Chris says, a 1-inch drop in the back would change the payload specs with 1-inch drop in the front. Yeah. But that's why I keep using the term lean in, okay? So the TRD Sport is supposed to be like a street truck, so really make it a street truck. If you're worried about the payload, if you're worried about the tow, hauling numbers and all that, there's other trims out there. But if you're looking for a sported out street truck, boom, make it 2-wheel drive only, like it used to be when it first came out in 2009. Think of that Tacoma X Runner, I believe it was called. Remember, it was like the Tacoma with the body kit and everything. They need to do something like that. That's what I would think the TRD Sport would do well in, that kind of climate. Also, maybe don't build a ton of them. Make it so it's not limited edition, limited quantity, but, you know, a few per lot here and there. All right, moving on. Sorry. Would need an air suspension. Wayne, great idea. How about the TRD Sport has a standard air suspension? So then you could play with the rear of the truck. That would be neat. I mean, you could even do it in the front, right? That would be expensive for Toyota, and they would need to see an immediate return on investment. Like, their estimations would need to be where they, you know, are comfortable in that. Joe says lower trucks in any form or cars. Absolutely. But you got to remember, dude, it's not just what you think. It's what the people think, right? So if you, Joe, only want a truck that's as lifted as possible and can tow 60,000 pounds and take my boat on its roof, that's the truck you go for. But there is a market out there for sport trucks. So it's going to depend. And there's going to be people that have different views on how they want their truck. I'm just saying, with the Sport, they could have did some things there that might have saved it. Because the Sport is definitely one of those great, you know, trucks, in my opinion. Rally Tundra is just a gimmick. That was from the Michigan Made. I think I read that already. Donald says, Toyota don't even put bump stops on the lower control arms of their 2024 Tacoma. I got nothing to say about Tacoma. I drove a TRD off-road for a week. Good times, but I'd still go Tundra, especially with the price points getting closer and closer. Crazy. Joe says that was a decent package. Can't remember what we were talking about then. What about the power running board, says Peggy Sue. I mentioned that earlier. That's standard on Capstone and available on Platinum and 1794. Erwin, what's going on, buddy? One of the members of the channel. And then Telemark, how you doing, buddy? I'm late to the party. Hey, Mark and team from Mark in Bend, Oregon, another member of the channel. So there's subscribers and there's members. So we have some of the members here today. Thank you for being a subscriber and a member. Joe says, are they still doing the TRD Performance Kit for already made trucks? So what I've seen on that, Joe, is I made a video, I think it was a week ago. We're starting to see TRD Pros show up on the lot with the TRD Performance package. So it's kind of a quiet thing. I had to, figure it out myself. It wasn't something they announced. Remember, they gave the press release back, I think it was last September, and it was supposed to be spring 2024. I think they held up because of the engine recall. And when they got all that settled out, then they decided to launch this performance package. It was never originally going to be something you could buy on your own and do it yourself. It was going to be trucks from the factory. But from what I understand from some people, you could find all the parts needed in the parts departments and on the Parts Toyota website. So it is heading to the lots on the Tundra from factory already. And as far as the parts department stuff, as per what people said, I never investigated. It looks like it's on some of the parts department stuff. Let's see. I'm lost. Oh, that was Joe. Okay. So J-Rock says, I take a platinum all day, every day over 1794. And that's why they do it. I'm so glad you said that, J-Rock. That's why they do the platinum and 1794 as sister trims. Because one has the saddle brown interior. Not everyone's going to like that. And the platinum has the black interior that more people, I think, would like that. So you get your choice, same level of luxury, same heated, ventilated memory, genuine leather seats. The color on the interior is the difference. So good call, dude. Krug is in Medford, Oregon. Irwin says Las Vegas, Nevada here. Oh, boy. Need a magnet to hold phone. Okay. Paul wants me to run for president. I'm good. I'm just going to run a Tundra channel and be happy with that. Hate to see that the sport trim's going away. There's so much good in the sport. Yeah, it really did have a good look. There's just more things they could have did it, I guess. And I'm sure they look at the sales numbers and they're not seeing big sales with it. And that's, how they go off of. I could only talk about what I see in my area when it comes to that kind of stuff. Most sales numbers are confidential when it comes to like trim breakdown, configurations, cabs, beds, all that stuff. But we get the bulk every month. This is how many new Tundras sold. But in my area, in looking at trends, a lot of TRD Sports make their way up here and they sell fairly quickly. So in my area, they sell well. What will replace those, I wonder, up here? Will it be just more TRD off-roads? Are we going to see the rallies all over the place in place of the sport? I don't know. So that'll be something to pay attention to over the next couple of months. Chad says the Limited will still be available in all body color, correct? You're still going to be able to get the Nightshade. That's all body color. And TRD Off-Road will be body color as well. The regular Limited has, machine silver and chrome on the outside. Eric says, did they fix the engine? I would hope they fixed the engine by now. So far, it's still a production range of 22 and 23 Tundras. I think the date cutoff for that, for the recall, was February 13th, 2023. And that's all we've heard so far. So let's hope we don't have an issue. Donald said, engines and transmissions don't lie. So transmissions are Tacoma. That's an issue on Tacoma. So one thing about the engine issue, which I don't know if people just want to be angry and mad all the time, and that's just the way it is. And I'm not fighting that if you want to be angry and mad. I'm just saying it raises your blood pressure and it gives you wrinkles. No one wants to see any engine issue on any vehicle. I want to see how the response is to the engine issue. They issued a recall. Okay, so that's a good thing. Recall in this case is a good thing instead of ignoring issues. We've seen manufacturers ignore issues for a very long time. So they issued the recall. Then their remedy to the recall is replacing 102,000 plus engines, complete engine replacements. So it sucks that it had an issue in the beginning, but I would say they're making it right by not just trying to do a short block thing, which would be a pain for the dealer, a pain for the master techs, a pain for everybody involved, the owner, how long the truck would be out. And they're making it easy on everyone and doing a complete engine replacement, which is quicker. So I think they're handling it well. Again, no one wants to see the engine, an engine problem at all. So I don't know. I'm going to look on the bright side because I'm an optimist. And so far, they're doing what they need to do, to keep their QDR name going forward. It's always about the response. That's the thing. Do you think these manufacturers sit in a meeting and they're like, all right, so what we're going to do is we're going to build an engine and then we're going to make sure that the person working the factories aren't cleaning it out properly so they break. That's what we're going to do, guys. Let's get to the chalkboard and figure it out. No, they don't do that. They don't want that. They don't want the problems. And of course they don't want the problems during the greatest sales years Tundras have ever had since 07. So they're going to correct it. They're doing the right thing right now. So if they came in with a different remedy, like, no, what we're going to do is we're going to extend the warranty and we're going to do an oil analysis or something, that wouldn't be good enough. They knew they had to go all the way, and they did. So Regilio, hope I said that right, says, great channel content. Keep it up, man. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. James says, did you get the 1794? We're going to talk about that momentarily. I did not get the 1794 yet. Flash Gordon says, I've owned 2 prior Tundras. My 2024, in my opinion, is way better. Technology performance is fantastic. Yep. The ride, the drivability, you hear me say that term all the time. The drivability is amazing on the new generation Tundra. Sip of coffee before we get to Terry. Let's see. Terry says, when you get the 3-inch lift package, what all comes with that? I would like that for my next one, but I don't know whether to get a loaded up limited TRD or platinum TRD. Ooh, I mean, if your money doesn't matter, platinum TRD is going to take the win from you there. It comes with the springs, the shocks, the upper control arms, front and rear. Well, if you get the truck factory with the TRD lift, it takes away the fog lights. Just know that in advance. But it's the whole assembly. It's not just, people think it's like a spacer lift. It's not. It's the whole assembly. So you can check it out. If you go on to Toyota.com and put in TRD lift, it'll give you like the whole list of all the, everything you're getting. I believe it's a $2,500 add-on. Well, in the dealers, like if you buy a truck factory with that lift, it's a $4,000 add-on. But if you get the kit on your own, I believe it's about $2,500. Bubba says, hello, Mark and everyone. Bubba, how you doing? Billy says, my 2024 LX600 V6 is smooth as butter. Still can't believe just how amazing this engine truly is. Looking for a 2024 Tundra 1794 Crew Max with 6.5-foot bed, but no one is able to find me one. Go on to Auto Trader, put in exactly what you're looking for, and extend that nationwide in your search. You might be able to find it. You might be able to, hunt one down. That's what I do. And a lot of these dealers will ship nowadays. They just want to sell Tundras. They'll ship them. They'll meet you somewhere, whatever you want to do, but it's worth a try. Especially check Texas. Texas has a lot of Tundras on the lot. Brian, what's up? Joe says, nope, just a normal 4x4. I'm just playing with you there, Joe. I know. But I wasn't saying you want that, but in general, there are people who only want one thing and don't want anything else to exist. And, that's what I'm talking about. No disrespect. Flash said, what do the lower TRD Sport 1-inch in the front? Why do they do that? Does it improve handling on the street? I don't know. I think it's just to say that there's a 1-inch drop in the front. Because what can the 1-inch drop really do? I hear you on the, maybe better handling with the TRD sway bar in the front and stuff. But overall, I'm not really sure. Good question. Fanny says, blah, blah is the best truck. Okay. I don't know what that means. Mark says, what do you think of the Austin Dillon penalty at Richmond? I mean, they let him keep the win and took away the championship hopes of him getting in the playoffs, the eligibility. I don't know how I feel about that. He had a great car all night, so it's a shame. It's a shame it ended that way. I mean, he sent it into turn 3 at Logano. The other thing with Hamlin, I don't think he meant to do. I think Hamlin was coming up. He was coming down, going to the flag. But I don't like when races are manipulated. Just let them race, man. You say boys have at it, and then when they have at it, there's penalties, and I don't know. Joe says they do want problems to come up sooner, so we buy more trucks. It's called engineered. I'm not going to get that word right. Obsolete. I don't know. It's like a plural verb. I don't even know. Obsolete is what you're trying to say. Obsolescence? Man, that's a toughie. Could be. Yes, I've heard of that as well. But I can't answer to that because I don't know any facts as far as, if they're sitting there purposely saying, hey, we want this refrigerator to break in 2 years, so they have to buy a new one. I would hate that. Terry asked, no fog lights, why? They take away the fog lights because of DOT compliance, as far as the height of the fog light. So that's why. Chad says, so these engine replacements are being done proactively rather than reactively. I just think they're doing it more as a make it easy on everyone, like I said a little bit earlier. Instead of sitting there and trying to find the ones that might potentially have the problem, let's just replace them all. And Toyota's fitting a big bill here, man. This is going to be over $1 billion. So who knows? All right, so I'm all caught up on comments. So another sip of coffee because we still haven't had enough of that. There's 62 of you on here right now, so I thank you very much for being here. It's a weird kind of, morning live stream, but Saturday morning, I figured you guys may be sitting around drinking your coffee. Let's do it together. Simon, what's up, buddy? If anyone wants to watch the best Tundra reviews or on any Tundra vehicle, look up Car Care Nut on YouTube. Yep. He's a master Toyota technician and tells it like it is. He just bought a new 2024 Tundra. If you want to see a good video from Car Care Nut, go back a couple months when the recall first came out. It's like an hour-long video of him going over the engine and everything. That'll put your mind to ease. But now we are to the point, ladies and gentlemen. Mark says, smash the like button, folks. It doesn't cost you a dime. I like that. I should probably put that on a t-shirt or something. Let's talk about my issues going on with the 1794 right now. I saved that for the end, so if you guys have any questions, comments, hit me up. Here's everything that's going on. So, in case you don't know, about a month, maybe a little more than a month ago, I started to realize the discounts are getting really good. And some dealerships have a lot of Tundras on the lot right now. And one of them was Conacelli Toyota in Conshohocken, which I did a walk video on last Sunday. Go check that walk video out if you'd like. They have a good amount. And you will see the truck that I'm trying to buy. So when I was there 2 times ago, which was the first time I was ever there, which was early June, they had a black TRD Off-Road 1794 edition, regular I-Force. That is my dream Tundra. I love the 1794. I've never owned one. The closest I've ever come to owning a 1794 is this here driver's seat. That's it. Don't know why either, because I've owned a Platinum at one point. I had a TRD Pro, a few of them. Just never had a 1794. So for me, the midnight black exterior looks the best on the 1794 because of the chrome. It flows together very nicely. The TRD Off-Road, other than the fun functional stuff you get with it, it also gives you the black TRD wheels. It gives you the TRD grille. It kind of dilutes the chrome a little bit. So overall, that setup is perfect and exactly what I want. So after the June walk, I remembered that truck, and I messed around with the salesman originally where I was like, hey, if you're having trouble selling them, and this is back in June, if you're having trouble selling them, that 1794 TRD Off-Road, I'd be all about that. And, we didn't do anything then. But now I know that there's some desperation as far as moving these Tundras. And when I went back the other day to Conacelli, before I went maybe a week or two, I offered like, yo, this is my offer on that truck. This is what I want to pay. Ready to sign today. My offer, because people have said on the channel quite a bit in the last week or two that we've been talking about this, why don't you just do it? I'm going to tell you something up front. I am not an emotional buyer when it comes to vehicles. Do I want the 1794 TRD Off-Road? Absolutely. Is it my dream Tundra? Absolutely. Will I go into financial peril to get it? No. So that's the thing. I have a number. I gave them a number. This is what I can do. If you get to the point where you're ready to make a move, I'm here ready to go. Because they have, I think it was like 50 on the lot. And then they have a second location where they have another 50 on the lot. So you're talking 100, maybe 100 plus Tundras that are sitting on the lot in this auto group for Tundra only. So I'm like, yeah, if you want to get rid of a 1794, I'm your guy right now. I'm ready to go. So basically what I'm doing, and we're close. I've been offered a Blueprint limited TRD Off-Road fully loaded. All right. And that's awesome because the limited is my realistic next truck, right? Because, I'm in the SR5 now. It's great. But, there's some things I kind of want that are on the limited. I do want the pano roof back. The heated ventilated memory seats are cool. But the way the discounts are now, I'm trying to go for broke and get that 1794. And I'm kind of hyper focused on it instead of settling on something. If it had the black interior on the Blueprint, that would definitely be a step in the right direction, but it has the Boulder. not a huge fan of the Boulder interior. But yeah, so that's what we're doing right now. So that could be done probably today, that limited. And the limited, their deal on it right now is, I'm just guessing here. It was like 66 and change new, and they're asking 60 for it now. That's a pretty good discount. The 1794 that I like is 70,000 new, and they're asking like 63. I can't remember. But the difference is like 1,900 bucks. That is what the difference was between the two trucks. So we're pretty close. Do I think it will happen? I do, but I think it'll be one of those last minute deals, like, they're about to close on the weekend before Labor Day kind of thing. And it's going to be one of those, we have to make a number. So do the deal. It is very aggressive on my part. That's the thing too, is what people don't understand. I came in at a number that a dealership is going to go, oh, whoa, like, like I'm asking like high SR5, low limited numbers. And, if they could do it, they could do it. If they can't, my salesman, Ryan, there has been an absolute cool dude during this whole thing. He's very proactive in trying to make it happen and get it done. Helps me, lets me bother him on his messenger all the time with questions. So Ryan's a good dude. And if you go to Conasilli, you should definitely ask for Ryan. He's been a pleasure. So I think it'll get done eventually. But again, people have been saying, and that's why I wanted to give you guys an update now, because you could ask all your questions here. People have been asking, why don't you just do it? I don't just do it. All right. There's money that's for channel related stuff. And then there's living, mortgage, wife's car, my car, the oil bill, that kind of stuff. Got to pay for that too. So the money that is allotted to channel related stuff is how this gets done. And again, I'm not an emotional buyer when it comes to this stuff. I do absolutely want it. If he called me 5 minutes from now and he was like, let's do this, I'd be like, okay, let's do it. But I'm all in for you gamblers out there. I've pushed all my chips to the center. I gave what I hope to be the offer they take. I didn't expect them to come right back with a, okay. There are many dealerships I talked to about this exact deal, and they've all basically said, no, we're not even looking at that. Conasilli was the only dealership that really, gave it a chance, and it might actually happen. So we shall see. If you have any questions, like I said, go in the comments and let me know. Let's give another cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. Let's add the 18-wheeler drivers in there as well. Over-the-road 18-wheeler drivers. Without them, you don't get anything. So a cheers to all of them. All right, let me get caught up here. Hey, Mark, tow hooks. So I said earlier, Darcy, I have AFE tow hooks on my Tundra. It cost $150 or so to get those put on. It took me 10 minutes per side to do it. So they'll do the job. Joe says, I'm currently waiting on a Tundra to be delivered. Should be here within the next couple hours. No, it's going to be a good day for you, sir. Sean says, got to go, everyone. Work calling. See you next time. Be safe, Sean. Say hi to Tennessee for me. Mark says, sensibility must rule in big financial decisions like yours. I'm like you. I have to consider not only how this will affect me today, but how it will affect me 5 years. Sensible. Sure. Yeah. And what will probably happen if the 1794 goes down, I'll have this 1794 edition until the refresh year of Tundra. And then whenever, sometime during that setup, if there's a real refresh with real differences, that would be when it got changed out. I don't have the infrastructure, we'll call it, to have like, this is my forever Tundra, and this is the one that I'm going to bring in and review and keep switching out. So I got to work with what I got. And of course, if there's changes, major changes to the Tundra, that has to be something we get in a few model years. But for now, I would enjoy that 1794. Erwin says, this was a pleasant surprise, your live stream. Hope to see more Saturday morning lives. If you guys want more Saturday morning lives, let me know, because this is usually a pretty chill morning for me. Scott says, just join. Did you pull the trigger on the new truck? Well, I'm sure you just heard everything I just said, but we're still waiting for them to say yay. Josh says, I love the idea of a pano roof, but after watching the car care nut, taking it, I've changed my mind. Seems like a lot more that can go wrong, and it's not a simple fix. I'm going to take my chances on it. Just bought a limited TRD off-road silver. I work for Toyota in Canada, so I got a discount. Very nice. Very nice. I love the silver on the TRD off-road limited. If they had the silver at Conacelli in TRD off-road limited, I probably would have jumped on that. Excuse me. Ann says, good morning from Wisconsin. Good luck on the truck. Hope it does happen. Thank you, Ann. I hope it happens as well. The dealership made us whole on our trade, so it was a no-brainer. Highly recommend Cambridge Toyota for the Canadian viewers. Cambridge Toyota. Dirty says 5.7 for life. Hopefully it'll last me that long. I think so. The 5.7 is a known engine, right? It's known to go forever. 500,000, million miles. Go get them. Aiden says, my dream truck is a Tundra, but they are too expensive, even with the discounts. I've been looking at the Nissan Titan, but I worry about reliability. What are your thoughts? Titan, I don't know if it would be a reliability issue in Titan. I think Titan right now, they're offering 0% for 72 months. I saw that somewhere. I'm not 100% sure if that's currently happening, but I definitely saw that the other day. That's a big, big APR discount, as per what some of these other manufacturers are offering. There is no more Nissan Titan after 2024, so they're probably just trying to get rid of them. But I don't know if I'd worry about reliability with that. I mean, they've been around long enough to where, that engine has, seen quite a few model years. 5.6 V8, I believe they have over there. So, might be worth it. I have a love in my heart for the Titan. I like the Pro 4X, 100%. So, just because I do a Tundra channel doesn't mean I don't have love and respect for some of the other manufacturer offerings out there. Flash says, what did you offer on the 1794? $8,000 off would be awesome. One rule I have, and I've said this to a few people, until the truck is in my driveway, I'm not talking about the terms of what I offered, because I want to get it all done sitting here, and then you guys can know anything you want to know about the deal. So I'm keeping it between me and the dealership until it gets done. That's my plan all along. But I will tell you this. It's not like I went in there and said, I want everything and give you nothing. I have money down. I have my payment going up. And it's the biggest thing holding everything back. I'll tell you this up front is my negative equity on this truck. So if I remember correctly, this won't be exact digits because I don't have my paperwork around here. I think I owe 56.8 on the SR5. Did I say 56? 46.8, excuse me. I was like, oh my God, no wonder. 46.8 on the SR5. And the max offer I'm getting right now is 41. All right. So you're talking $5,800 in, underwater. So that's what we're working on right now. And obviously I have a down payment that would significantly decrease that more than 50%. But, then you have to worry about the price of the truck. So what they need to do is offer more for trade and lower the 1794. And that's why you need a unique kind of end of the month. We need to make a sale kind of thing. So yeah, that's what we're waiting on. Great question though. Let's see. Erwin says, I just got word from my Westcott Designs. Load collars are being shipped. Once they're in my truck, and 35-inch tires are done as well. I'd love to send pics. I have a 2024 TRD Sport Lunar Rock. Of course, Erwin. Send away, tundradude34@gmail.com. Westcott, Jeff, the owner, good man, good company. Mark says, more Saturday morning lives, 100%. You guys like that, huh? I like it. I like it. Camper Mike, how you doing? Brief visit. I'm glad you stopped in, my good man. How's everything going? Joe says, mine's a limited Lunar Rock Nightshade TRD off-road. Getting pretty excited. I got about 8K off MSRP. That's good. That's real good. Dirty says, we have pano on my wife's Highlander. It's a 17 limited platinum. Never had an issue. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the problem is it's one of those things like if you have pano and you never had an issue, it's amazing. But from what I've heard, if you have pano and there's been an issue, it's never an easy fix. Like that's a real thing. Still kicking, worn out. Been moving to a new place. I hear that. I hear that. Well, I hope everything works out for you on that one. Flash, what's going on? Says I hear you. I have a spider crawling right in front of my screen, which is kind of weird. Now it's gone. Basement live streams, what are you going to do? Took a road trip 2 days ago, got just over 18 mpg. Not bad at all. And you're a 2017 Tundra, if I remember correctly? So many Tundras, I can't remember. Spider goes swish. Spider got hit with the notebook, dude. He's good now. So yeah, so that is where I'm at on the 1794 TRD off road. Let us wait, and we will see if it happens or not. It's funny because a lot of you have been saying get the Blueprint Limited, and like I said, Blueprint Limited, love it. But if I'm this close to a 1794 TRD off road, and that's like my real dream Tundra, I'm gonna go for that and try for that. But we'll see what happens. I mean, if it's 100% no, I wouldn't sneeze at the Blueprint Limited. It's just if I'm this close to something that would normally be unattainable without the discounts, I'm definitely going to go for broke on that. And that's another thing people have been saying, which kind of makes me laugh. I think people think I hate my SR5. I do not hate my SR5. The driving aspect of that truck is amazing. The back seat is null and void, which I do want to go back to a Crew Max sooner than later. But if I have to drive my SR5 for another year and a half, I'm cool. The only reason I'm doing this was not like a planned attack kind of thing where I was like, oh, I'm getting one this year, is because the discounts are insane, 8 to 10K off. And in the realm of possibility, I need those discounts to ever get into a high trim Tundra again. Some have said, why don't you wait till 2025? Well, the 1794 price is going up $1,900 in 2025. So kind of, got to play my cards right and see if I can make it happen now. People think there won't be discounts on the 2025. I think there still will be discounts on them. Maybe not initially when like one or two are on the lot, but once you start getting that inventory in, it's going to be business as usual. APR rates need to come down, incentives need to get better, and then we'll see, where we're standing. Chip says, keeping my 2012 Platinum, 304,000 miles runs great. You should definitely keep that Platinum for sure. And that's always like a rare truck for me. The Platinum in the before 2014 changeover, they started making the Platinum. I believe it was 2010. A lot of people don't know that though. They think it started in 2014 because that's when there was a big push for the Platinum. But yeah, you have a pretty rare Platinum there. I would hold on to that. What's your interior color on that Platinum? Because some have the black and some have the tan. Mark says, it is a great time of year to negotiate a deal, and everything is negotiable. Be bold. Yeah. I mean, if I was not bold, we'd probably have a 1794 in the driveway right now and not the terms I'm looking for. Alan says, I'm looking to trade up my F-150 Platinum to a Silver Tundra Platinum. Where's the best price? Do you think Conicelli has best price? From what I've seen in my walks, Pennsylvania has the biggest discounts and massive inventory. That's what I've seen. Two that, or I should say three, that I've seen with really big inventory. The biggest is Conicelli Toyota. So if you contact them, hit up Ryan. You're in Massachusetts. Yeah, hit up Ryan Hood is his name. He's my guy there. Tri-County Toyota out there by Limerick, Pennsylvania. Royersford, I believe, is the town that's in. They had a pretty big inventory. They had about 25 to 30. And Koch 33 in Easton, I don't know what they have now. Last time I was there, they had about 45 to 50 Tundras. And you're looking for a Silver Tundra Platinum. Alan, in Conicelli, if you look at the video I did there last Sunday, you will see they have a Silver Platinum there asking, I think the sticker was like 68 or 69. They're asking 61 on a Silver Platinum right now. You might want to call Conicelli Toyota of Conshohocken ASAP because that's the best deal I've seen on a Platinum. Check that out, buddy. I mean, it might be worth the trip. That kind of savings from Massachusetts, it's not that far. Just don't wear your Red Sox stuff down here. I'm just playing with you. Gotta go. Meeting a friend for lunch. Camper Mike, be safe. Yeah, not much in Massachusetts for some reason. Yeah, I've seen that. I've already reached out. It's a good deal. Thanks for what you do, dude. Hey, thanks for watching. I want to thank you for Bill Buckner because Bill Buckner is the reason the Mets won in '86. That's not true, but thanks for that. Thanks for that game sixer. Mention brakes twice. Comments not show up. Hold on now. Oh, there we go. First set of brakes and rotors, 65K. That good. That's good. Yeah, that's good. I'm sorry I didn't see that. 65K out of factory brakes. Yeah, that's real good. Absolutely, sir. My fault. They come in quick there, those comments. TRD John has donated $2 to the channel. So new Tundra or what? I'm not going to repeat that whole story, but still coming, John. Still coming. Thank you for the $2 donation. I'm going to put that toward the down payment, sir. Agreed in general, PA has great deals. When I lived in New Jersey, I'd always look for cars and trucks in PA. Yep. The only thing that's annoying is when you buy a vehicle out of state in New Jersey is, brand new vehicle at least, you buy it, you can do all of the the dealership, even out of state, does all the New Jersey DMV stuff for you. But when you get your plates in the mail, you get this like green tag and you have to go to the inspection station just so they could give you a new car sticker. So you have to sit in the inspection line and then go like over by the office and they have to give you a sticker instead of just sending me the new car sticker, because in New Jersey, if you have a new vehicle, you don't need inspection for 5 years. So just send me the sticker. It's obviously a new vehicle. Kind of a pain, but it is what it is. Uh, okay, I thought maybe YouTube blocked me. No, no, no. That was my fault, sir. I'm sorry. Dirty says hit like. I agree with Dirty. Mark says, TRD John, loving that Voodoo Blue Pro of yours. Well done. Yes. If you don't know this, TRD John got himself a 2019 Voodoo Blue TRD Pro Tundra. He's never had a second-gen Tundra, so he's feeling the love. Sorry, just hopped in. Didn't know you mentioned it. Yep, I'm just playing with you, buddy. But you have the truck everybody wants, my friend. Absolutely. Jim, what's going on, pal? Good to see you. It's funny. It's a weird live stream, so people pop in late because, this isn't one of those planned ones. But we've had a good amount of folks all day, so that's very good. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it a live stream. You might see a video later today. I went online and found some insane deals on Tundras. People have been asking to go and look for deals, and I did this morning before I started this live stream. So I'm going to make a video on that. If you guys are interested, if you don't want to wait for my video, listen, all you need to do is go on places like Car Gurus, Auto Trader, any of those bulk collection websites. Do a nationwide search and be real particular in the filters on what you're looking for. Put in the Tundra that you want. There are some dealerships out there that are looking to move Tundras. I mean, that's factual. Just look at what I'm going through, even though my guys aren't looking to move quick enough. So, yeah. Oh, Darwin says, since I got my Platinum, I love it, but in 2 years, I'll probably trade it for a new one. Why not? Why not? It's fun to trade every once in a while. But enjoy that Platinum. But I thank you guys so much for watching. Random live stream in the morning here. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to plug a couple things here real quick. So here we go. Number one, if you're looking for parts for any of your Toyotas, not just Tundras, head over to Sparks Parts. Use promo code TundraDude34 to save 5% site-wide. If you're looking for Toyota gear, as in like clothing, tailgate equipment, golf clubs, head over to the website Toyota Outfitters. Use promo code TundraDude, all caps, one word, TundraDude, to save 25% site-wide. And that is the official merchandise of Toyota, TRD, and Toyota Racing. So they have all the good stuff. You see me wearing all this Toyota stuff all the time? It's all from Toyota Outfitters. Shirts, hats, clocks, mugs, tailgate equipment, like I said. They literally have a golf bag, golf balls. They have everything you could think of. Toyota Outfitters, TundraDude, all caps, one word, saves you 25%. And those are my plugs. Couple more comments came in. Joey says, what's up, Tundra Dude? Just went and saw a Lunar Nightshade 6.5 at my local dealership. All I'd change would be the set of the TRD 20s or maybe even a nice set of Platinum stocks, and I'd be rolling. Do it, man. Do it, man. Put it in the deal. Tell them you want different wheels. Mark says, stay safe, folks. Enjoy the weekend. Yes, absolutely. And on our way out, as always, raise your glasses. A cheers, a massive cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for keeping us safe. God bless you. God bless America. God bless the troops. Big sip. It's a live stream. So check out the video later today. I'm going to make it right now. And check out the live stream tomorrow morning, somewhere around 7:30 in the morning. Make sure you have your notification bell on. We're going to be coming from the lot, doing our little walkthrough. And then on Monday, we will have the long form dealership video. I'm looking to see a couple really cool Tundras tomorrow. So I'm hoping you'll tune in. One that may shock you is still sitting on the lot. So have a great day. Thanks for being here. catch up on the dealership walk videos through the playlist I have there, make it easy on you, definitely check out that dealership walk I did last Sunday at Conocelli, so you can see the Dream Tundra and all the other Tundras they have. And all the videos this past week have been on the 2025 Tundras. Go check it out. Talk to you guys soon. Thanks for being here. Be safe. Have a great day.